It's not even September 29th yet, and people are seeing 2 moons in the sky already. So what is this about, y'all? I thought September 29th is when we were going to start seeing 2 moons. Why are we seeing 2 moons in the atmosphere already? Now, I be telling y'all, Florida got all the signs. Florida got all the actions. This is why the wood that was used to build the ark, gopher wood, is only found in Florida. So are the end times only happening in Florida?
CaveFam, welcome back to another video. Welcome back to another reaction. This is Segovia coming to you live from the man cave. Hope everyone out there is having a good day. Hope everyone's day is going as good as mine. We're eating clean, got some good news, accepting the offer on my current house. The other house is looking good. Looks like we're gonna go from one house to another. Then we can get started in building up the baby room and all that. It's gonna be a busy next few months because the baby's here at the end of January. So it's gonna be here quick. Got to start getting to work. But anyways, y'all, we're back. We're back with another reaction. I ain't gonna sit here and talk your guys' ears off. Before we get into this reaction, just remember, this is for entertainment purposes only. Don't believe everything you see in these videos. Don't believe everything I say, y'all. This is just for entertainment purposes only. Enough with the chit chat. Let's go and get into the reaction. Enjoy the show.
We need to start boycotting these companies as soon as possible. Out of all the things you can write on this customizable can, there's one thing and only one thing that you cannot write. So writing Allah loves you is fine, right? Okay. So what else are we going to type in? Wait till you see what you're not allowed to say. Buddha loves you. Okay, so you can say the name of really anyone, right? Or at least it appears that way. And just know it's not just Coke cans. It's news, it's TV, it's public sports events. Jesus. Oh wait, sadly we cannot automatically allow this text on the can. So we cannot put Jesus on that can. Satan. You can write Satan on these cans, but you cannot write Jesus? All Christians need to start boycotting all things that will not allow Jesus. And for the name legalist, Jesus is not Zeus. Zeus is quite literally Zeus, taken from Jupiter in English as well. Jesus, Jesus, Yehoshua, Yeshua.
The real question is though, can you put Trump loves you on there? little humor for a Tuesday for y'all.
Pilot from Yakutia captured something unbelievable. No one believed his words until they watched this video themselves. While flying over a mountainous area, he spotted a strange strip and followed it to find its end. To his shock, it was an infinitely long fence he had never heard of before. Even more mysteriously, on this wall to be continued at the bottom of the Pacific Ocean, dividing the Earth into equal parts. Until recently, you could see this wall on Google Maps, but it seems to be disappearing from there. Divers say that at the base in some places there is severe destruction resembling explosions, and the height is uneven. But the scariest part is that ancient machinery-like artifacts lie at the base of these fences. I've published photos, facts, and official explanations that are trying to be removed from the internet on my main channel. Check the link in the profile description.
So look, I'm gonna put it all together for you. The P. Diddy cases, yeah, it may be some real cases and stuff that really happened, but that's just some real distractions right there. P. Diddy ain't got nothing to do with me, and it probably ain't got nothing to do with y'all. So don't waste your time building reports about this guy and gossiping, man. He ain't got nothing to do with us. Like I stated on my other post, this is chess. This is not checkers. This is chess. You see, with Diddy, they're showing you the left hand, what the left hand is doing, but they're not showing you what the right hand is doing. See, what the right hand is doing is signing paperwork with the UN and WHO. You see how they get your eyes over here with something that's legit and then be doing something on the other side? So a lot of people might even still get on here and be like, well, what can we do about it, man? Y'all know what they about to do? And we was talking about this stuff back in May, in June. See, I had this theory that they are probably trying to take the last little bit of freedom that you keep locked up in a case or something. I mean, what? They got all the reason in the world since, you know, a former president has been targeted, you know, this year twice. And then, oh, we got the election coming up in November. Yeah, they probably got all the reason in the world. Whether they staged it or not, it just gives them a reason. And TikTok, this for entertainment purposes.
So what is the UN and WHO doing? Right? Maybe a distraction. Probably is. 9 times out of 10 it is. But we got some Diddy clips coming up, y'all. Some crazy stuff going on. I can sit here for make a 2-hour compilation of just interviews with him that just doesn't, that it makes sense now, right? Stick around for the end for those.
This is what the devil is doing in the music industry right now.
The music business is only designed to get as many people to go away from God as possible. So what happens is the devil needs workers, and by workers, he needs people who have influence, who can mislead or misguide people away from the light into the darkness. So this is why the artist is powerful. So the artist is the mouthpiece. Okay? That artist is the mouthpiece between the devil and the fan. And the artist's job is to get you to throw up these weird signs. What are you doing this for? This is the Baphomet. I don't fuck. So don't think I'm throwing this up because I don't this. I'm just showing you when you see these signs, when you see the checkerboards, when you hear them talk about demon time and drill and kill and all this shit, even the actual beat and the BPM, it's all 808 drums. It's all low vibrational shit. So what happens is the artist is only the tool used to push the message of the devil.
Interesting. What's the one? Used to. Oh, wow. Are you kidding me? I've never seen this in America. Have you ever seen this here? So they're, while they're doing construction, the lanes don't close. Instead, they put this here so the traffic still goes through. Wow. It's called innovation. But by the way, bring that to America desperately. Please. When they worked on the 405 freeway, it was gridlock. Entire LA wasn't shut down. Wow. Gotta love it.
Tell me some crazy shit.
There's a pyramid and it's underground, and they've been studying it for decades.
What?
Yeah,
Where?
It's bigger than Giza. It's not that far from Valdez, I believe. I would have to check on where it's at, but apparently, yeah. Mm-hmm. And I know a very important person that from the Pentagon that met with one of the lead defense contractors that were studying it, and they told him, they said, we think we finally know what it's doing. It's all turned on. We think it's suppressing consciousness. That's what he said.
What?
I know, wild, right?
Did they discover this? Well, of course they did, probably after that giant earthquake.
The legend is that there was an earthquake of sorts, and all the seismographs picked up the waves that come, all the way through everything, and they saw this whole anomaly, like as those shock waves went through the land, there was some kind of structure or something that perturbed, on the receiving end of these waves and so they dug some tunnels, elevator shafts, made a little strip there to land, and they've been underground studying it forever. That's how the legend is. Then the news did a little piece on it, and then all of a sudden all that disappeared. The people at the station said the guys came in and said never air this again, kind of thing. So but on the deathbed of a couple people that were out there, they said that they were very aware of that, I think, in the beginning. But so the only thing I want to say is yes, there is a pyramid, and we've been studying it, and I pretty much have said all I know about it.
Well, 8 years ago when he went on some podcast talking like this, I mean, everyone thought he was crazy. You're full of it. This was before any government talking about UFOs, spaceship, the UFOs over the ocean, the Air Force, picking up on radars, right? That was before any of that. And he was saying this is going to start coming out soon. They're going to start having hearings. So, Tom DeLonge, I don't know how, but he's got some pull in the UFO game. I don't know.
So did you guys hear about that man that died in the Grand Canyon because it was so hot in that day? And in lieu of this, Joe Biden also shut down the Grand Canyon. And there was a drone sitting there in order to find the man that was unalive. But the drone stumbled across artifacts of the ancient Egyptians. I'm talking about mummies, giants, and bones, all kinds of this thing.
Morning, another person from Texas died hiking the Grand Canyon over the weekend. The National Parks press release says a man from San Angelo died on a particularly hot day in the park.
The Grand Canyon is now closed by government authorities after a drone discovered something astonishing. Deep within its hidden caves, the drone captured footage of what appeared to be ancient Egyptian artifacts, giant mummies, and enormous bones.
Now you know things are going down if they're shutting down the Grand Canyon. That means we are near to something big. And now people are starting to wonder why 90% of the Grand Canyon is closed off to them. And
something you long believed to be true but realized wasn't.
Well, as one of the main opponents of the Illuminati, I always wanted to know what information they had that we didn't. And I found out, I was always wondering how our God could have been so thrown off by a story of a tree and fruit. And then I found out that that's not the case at all. Adam was God's son, which means Eve was his daughter. And if they have sex, that ruins everything. And that's what happened. And that's a piece right there.
Excellent observation.
Thank you.
Secret talent.
Clairvoyant.
You're clairvoyant?
Yes, sir.
Psychic?
Yes, sir.
Ooh. Person you'd trade places with for a day.
That I would trade places with for a day? No one.
Let's quickly, though, talk about the area of the Pentagon that was hit and what was important about that.
You know what's crazy is they actually reinforced the section that got hit. Did you ever see that?
So hold on. So there was construction done at the area?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I wonder what could have been going on during that.
No.
So why am I here? I don't know. I just don't know.
He's here in part because his floor was reinforced and held up for half an hour. In an astonishing stroke of luck, the terrorists had hit the only section of the Pentagon, the only section designed to resist a terrorist attack.
We had made several modifications to the building as part of that renovation that we think helped save people's lives.
Lee Evey runs a billion-dollar project to renovate the Pentagon. They've been working on it since 1993. The first section was 5 days away from being finished when the terrorists hit it with the 757.
I'm gonna check.
What do you guys think? Do you think that's coincidence? They knew about it? Or remember in Pulp Fiction, I forgot what he called it, Samuel L. Jackson, right? Or was it Travolta that said, I'm done with this because that dude emptied the whole clip and the bullets went all around him? I forgot the word he used. But you hear soldiers, you know, that come back from overseas that they say they see it all the time, like acts of God that just... The guy was point blank over him and pulled the trigger and the bullet went and he flashed and he didn't even get hit. Yeah, you hear those things all the time. And is that what that was, right? An act of God, an act of whatever you want to call it? Or is it something deeper, not deeper than that? Is it something more simpler than that, I should say, that they knew this was coming? What do you guys think?
Business.
Oh, yeah, okay. So you know all the dirt about the chickens,
yeah,
right?
I don't eat chicken.
I don't eat chicken. I don't eat chicken either.
No, chicken's a sponge. Okay, it doesn't taste like anything other than what you put on it. Yeah. Okay, from barbecue sauce to Italian sauce to whatever.
Yeah, it's a good source of protein. That's it.
That's it.
That's it. Okay. There's no nutrients in it.
Bland. Go to the store, go to the deli section, and look at your chicken roasts that are in there. You get 16% protein, 17% protein, 20% protein. Okay, and it all gets more expensive as you go up with the protein because it's got less water and less crap, but it's still full of water and crap. You never buy it if it's in a box frozen. You never buy it in a box in a bag. You never buy it if it's frozen at all. Okay, if you can buy anything, you buy air chilled chicken because it's got the least amount of water. The entire food business, we're the best magicians that you've ever seen in your entire life. Because we make you believe and buy that's not good for you. Yeah.
It's true.
This is Aaron Carter. I want to verify that this is actually my GoFundMe page. There's been a lot of misdirection that I've had to do in order to protect myself from being the silence breaker for my brother who is a rapist. And now they're after my life. My whole family's after my life. And they're setting me up. And Sony Records owes me $3.5 million.
Y'all hear him?
You want to pay me, and it would be in their better interest, just like Michael told me. And Brad Paisley, who sued Sony Records for $10 million. They owe me money, and they're trying to kill me off. And I'm begging you, and I'm pleading you.
Did y'all know about this?
As soon as I can. so I can move to an undisclosed location where
I
I'm
saved
safe.
this a
My
while
realtor
ago.
won't sell my house. They're all involved in this, and they're trying to keep me there. They had cops come and check for a rope in my garage, saying I wanted to hang myself. So please trust what I'm saying, and please don't.
No, I don't know if guys have noticed this. Like, a lot of ladies drink water at parties. They just, you know, so if you don't have what they need, they're gonna leave.
Right.
Got to keep them there.
Right.
You need locks on the doors.
Yeah, this is sounding kind of dangerous now.
It's a little kinky, but
yeah.
Rock with me, but just check it out. You need a lot of heat. A lot of heat. Yeah.
Heat. You mean that physically the place has to be hot?
You don't have no air conditioning.
No air conditioning.
No.
Why is that?
Heat affects the alcohol, and it also affects, like, you know, everybody gets a little bit more comfortable and loose. Builds up a nice little sweat.
That just sounds disgusting. What are you talking about?
You want to know how I feel? I'll tell you exactly how I feel. I got some names that I want to call. Alex Spiro, Desiree Perez, and the whole wicked system of Rock Nation, including you, Jay-Z.
Yes.
You who say you rose from the gutter, but you have traded and bartered the souls of young men, and you're still doing it. I've seen so much evidence buried in this, and I know exactly what the public out here will say. Don't talk. You will say, I say this because I'm a father. See, I am a father of thousands around the world. I'm a father of my kids, but a spiritual father to many. And I don't make stupid allegations because I got nothing better to do. You all have been bartering and trading the souls of young black and brown men in this country. And I'm calling on all the umbrellas. I'm calling on everybody in this country to begin to rise up because your sons have been done dirty. That's right. Amen. It's not over. God does not lose.
Never.
And even though we've come to this juncture, trust me, you will see that our God does not fail.
If this doesn't prove my freaking point, nothing does. Look how many freaking ingredients are on this cake. This is a strawberry shortcake. It should be 5 ingredients, class. You make a sponge cake out of flour, eggs, and butter. And then you fill it with whipped cream, with fruit, 3, 4, 5 ingredients. This freaking thing has a book. I'm literally not exaggerating, 60, 70 ingredients. Half of them I can't pronounce.
Yeah.
If you're buying food in the grocery store, look at the ingredient list, please. I'm begging you, take a look. If it has ingredients you can't pronounce, chemical preservatives and all of that, why do you want to eat that? Look at me. I have the strength to do that. I don't want that shit in my house. Do you?
Well, it was half eaten, right? But anyways, yeah, that's everything in the grocery store, right? Other than even the fruits and vegetables, they're spraying chemicals on. You buy a bag of salad, it's just not lettuce on the ingredients, right? I mean, the best you can do is just eat whole foods. I mean, I struggle with this too. I'm addicted. At the end of the day, it's an addiction, right? It's the same as if I was doing meth. It's just meth is a quicker death, right? This way of eating, if you do what I'm doing forever, it's a slow death, but it's going to catch up to you, right? It's the same thing. It's the same thoughts that go into, you know, one more hit of meth. I just want one more. If I'm going to go out, I'm going to go out with the bang. Or it's Saturday night, I'm chilling home alone. I'm going to take this hit, right? Same thing with the pizza. Man, Saturday night, everyone's out having fun. I'm here at home alone watching YouTube. I'm going to get a pizza. I'm going to live a little bit, right? It's the same thought process. It's just a different type of addiction. At least that's what I think.
1927, Universal Pictures came out with the spinning globe as their logo, and no one had been to space to see what the Earth was until 1972 when the first photo was taken, and it happens to match perfectly.
If you look at who owns CNBC, who owns Fox, who owns CNN, at the top of the shareholder list, you have Vanguard and BlackRock. Now you look at the flight companies that banned all flights. No flights unless you're taken care of. Who are the top shareholders? Vanguard, BlackRock. You look at the food. Okay, who are the top shareholders of all this junk food? Vanguard and BlackRock. So it's this ecosystem of how to print butterflies out of thin air. So the media's controlled, the food is controlled, transportation is controlled. Oh, it's the same companies, BlackRock, it's Vanguard, profit-driven companies.
I just noticed behind me John Deere tractors. I know a lot about John Deere. I love the company. But as you know, they've announced a few days ago that they're going to move a lot of their manufacturing business to Mexico. I'm just notifying John Deere right now. If you do that, we're putting a 200% tariff on everything that you want to sell into the United States, so that if I win, John Deere is going to be paying a 200%. They haven't started it yet. Maybe they haven't even made the final decision yet, but I think they have. John Deere is going to, and anybody else that does this, because it's hurting our farmers, it's hurting our manufacturing. And if you do that, you're going to have a 200% tariff put on the product that you make in Mexico, right across the border. They think they're going to make product cheaper in Mexico and then sell it in for the same prices they did before, make a lot of money by getting rid of our labor and our jobs, and really a great name, because John Deere's a great name. I buy a lot of John Deere, tremendous. I'm one of their big customers. I buy a lot of John Deere product as a private person. But if they're going to do that, we're going to put a 200% tariff on everything that they want to send back into the United States, which means one of two things. Our country's going to make a lot of money, or they're not going to build, they're not going to open, and or they're going to sell it to another country. They're entitled to do that.
I agree with that, right? If you're going to go take stuff over there and get it to make it 3/4 cheaper, but sell it to us at the same price or more expensive, that's not right, right? I know that's business, right? I would get things at Goodwill for $2 and sell them for $50, $100, right? It's business, but I get taxed on that, y'all. I agree with it.
Black Pope, and I don't mean a black man like African American, but the Black Pope is the one who wears the black robe. He is the super Jesuit, and the super Jesuit is the one that gives the okay for the wars to even happen. The main Pope is just a puppet. He's a figurehead. Just like the President of the United States. They get a little bit of power here and they do some really menial things. But the real decisions and the real power is with the super Jesuit, the Black Pope. Anything that's ever had a Catholic Church, they bow down to the Black Pope. The Black Pope has the ultimate power still to this very day.
Does the Vatican run the world?
Most people don't digest this. They're the largest single stockholder in the world. They own the most property in the world that pays no taxes. There's an organization a lot deeper than them called the Solidarity. It's about 2,000-year-old club, and it's in the catacombs of the Vatican. Most people don't know what I'm telling you.
So they meet down there, you're saying?
That's just where they are. They only meet there, period.
Right. Okay.
They're very high-level profile people throughout the world. You get invited to be in it. Who's running the world? I think they are.
Hi guys, I'm here with my girl to report some really intense, scary thing that's happened in downtown Manhattan. As you can see, there are all of these caution tapes up because there has been an earthquake and there's a slice in the middle of lower Manhattan. I don't know if like there was an earthquake or something about the tectonic plates shifting underneath the ground. I'm not a Scientologist, a meteorologist, or an earthquakeologist, but this is so scary. I feel like this is just showing us what's to come. Anything, like a line could just crack, split open in the middle of New York City. Everyone, please let me know if you felt the magnitude of an earthquake in New York last night. I sleep basically through everything. I could probably sleep through a tornado picking me up in my house, and I could wake up dead or in a dusty place somewhere. So let me know, and I just wanted to let you guys all know what's going on here in the financial district.
Now, I want to show you a piece of quartz crystal in its natural form. Now, if we were to examine this carefully, we can see that the quartz crystal has a hexagonal cross-section. That is to say, it has 6 sides. Now, also, quartz crystal in its natural form has pointed ends. This one doesn't because a primary cut has already been made on this crystal. Now, let's take a look at this drawing so that we can determine more about the quartz crystal. There are 2 views. The top view indeed shows us that the quartz crystal has a hexagon shape, 6 sides. While the lower view points out that indeed the quartz crystal in its natural form does have pointed ends. Now, quartz crystal in its natural form cannot possibly be used in oscillator circuits. It must be cut in a specific manner to exhibit its piezoelectric property.
Pause, right?
You too humble, tell him. Yeah.
Yo, look at this video. This is from the Ellen Show about 7 years ago, I think.
Uganda.
Right.
Look how Diddy's rubbing on French Montana's shoulder. You can just tell by the questions Ellen was asking during the interview. She knew what was up. It's even one part in here where she goes to say, oh, well, apparently you're very sexy when you're partying. And you see French Montana grab her hand like, no, can you please not talk about that? You know what I'm saying? Like this is all like a humiliation thing for him. Like Diddy brought this man on here just to show him off. Look how he rubbing on his shoulder.
A clinic.
So you have a clinic there. So the proceeds from, so not only do you
look, watch. She's gonna say something about him being sexy.
This man is so humble. He can't even talk about himself.
Look, he's reaching for her like,
to Uganda so they didn't
no,
have a
please
hospital.
don't.
So he went and
Look
built
how
a
uncomfortable he looks.
There's some people in life that don't like to speak about what they do. And that's this man right here. Yeah. So we may need to get to the partying, baby.
All right. Seriously, it's an amazing thing that you're doing,
yeah.
and I think that's amazing because you can make it and do nothing and just party and be sexy while apparently you're very sexy when you party, but you're doing.
No. When I'm talking about,
I see.
See, he gonna squeeze her hand like, stop, please. Look, he rubbing on his neck now.
Partying. When I was talking about partying just now, I'm talking about.
Look, he trying to. Oh no, we talking about partying. No, bro, we know what you talking about, bro.
Yo, hold on.
This is crazy. Well, this is on national television. Up under everybody's face.
I'm confused right now.
All right, Diddy and French are going to perform a little
Nonsense.
later.
I'm talking about. We about to perform for y'all.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a fight.
See, where's Ellen speaking out? She knew about the partying. You're sexy when you party, right? She knew what she was talking about. Where's she at? Why ain't she standing up for Diddy? Where's his friends, right? The people that were at the parties. Did Ellen leave at 10 o'clock too? It's all connected, y'all. All these celebrities. That's why they marry celebrities. That's why you rarely see celebrities. Maybe there is, right? I think I said this before, and you guys were all saying there's this celebrity, A-list celebrities. The majority, not all, the majority marry other celebrities in and out of relationships from this celebrity to the next one, back to this one. This is why, because they're all connected.
So it's not even September 29th yet, and people are seeing 2 moons in the sky already. So what is this about, y'all? I thought September 29th is when we were going to start seeing 2 moons. Why are we seeing 2 moons in the atmosphere already? Now, I be telling y'all, Florida got all the signs. Florida got all the actions. This is why the wood that was used to build the ark, gopher wood, is only found in Florida. So are the end times only happening in Florida? Because, man, Florida's going through it, y'all. But this is not the first time we're seeing a couple of moons in the sky. Throughout the years of me posting, I've been showing y'all that people are seeing multiple moons in the sky. So why is it now that the government or NASA come out talking about it? Because people are noticing what is going on and they have no explanation for what's happening. The only thing they did was basically tell us that we're having 2 moons in the sky, and that's practically it. They gave no explanation of how, why, who, all these type of things. Everything that we have been taught is a lie. Hell, majority of the things that we learn in school, we don't even use to this very day, y'all. They just taught us a whole bunch of useless lies. And now our lives and everything that we have known is literally being shifted. That's why we're on here asking each other, what is going on? Because the media is not telling us truth. They're not doing justice.
But we did find a camcorder.
Go!
It was about 5 or 6 miles away in a wooded area away from the RV.
Get up! Run! Damn it!
It was our office that launched the investigation, found the RV 46 miles from the local highway.
No, I just saw something, man. Look, there's something right up there.
This RV was torn up.
Are you sure that's our camper? Can you see me moving?
The seats were torn.
Oh my god, dude. They ripped the seat open.
The engine was torn about.
Car's not starting, dude.
What?
Car doesn't start.
It was obvious that there was some kind of foul play.
The U.S. government would say that this was just a military exercise.
What the fuck is that, man?
But the footage of the 4 campers clearly shows something was hunting them.
Brody, you swear to God.
You saw it too.
Dude, I just saw something. There's something like peeking over this little cliff right here.
Something far stronger and faster than any human. But whatever it was, the group didn't realize the danger that they were in until this right here happened.
Adam!
Turn, wake up, dude. Hey.
Dude, Adam! Yo, I don't know.
The first of their group had been picked off, and the others, they were soon to follow.
God,
There it is. It's known as the Three Kings. It's way high up there. I did not expect that.
Yeah, there's some hieroglyphs up there. See them up here? Kind of hard to see in the video, but there's a tall man right there.
It's interesting that one of the most elaborate panels is probably the hardest to reach.
I'd say you're looking at a 3 to 4-year-old male.
This is crazy.
On any of the tentacles. You do want to stay back.
When I first saw this clip, I was like, oh, that's AI. That's fake, right? Then I went on Google. It's a real thing. So I went back to TikTok and got the video because it looks like AI. That's crazy. Doesn't it look fake?
You're seeing the real Diddy right here. This is the spirit that he's operating with. And I saw somebody in the comments, they said that he feels like he can be himself on Halloween. Look at this one.
Tyler the Great! Tyler, you are my favorite rapper in the world. You look beautiful. Beautiful. Oh, lovely. This is top tier. Get out of the car.
Yeah!
You know, let me just say this. The tradition of great performers from, and I really want you to hear what I have to say. The tradition of great performers from Sammy Davis Jr. to James Brown to Jackie Wilson to Fred Astaire, Gene Kelly. The story is usually the same, though. You know, these guys work really hard at their craft, but the story ends the same. They usually are broken, torn, and usually just sad. And the story is very sad in the end because the companies take advantage of them. They really do. And Sony. Being the artist that I am at Sony, I generated several $1 billion for Sony, several billion, and they really thought that my mind is always on music and dancing, and it usually is, but they never thought that this performer myself would outthink them.
Yeah!
And Tommy Mottola is a devil.
Respect!
I own half of Sony's publishing, and I'm leaving them, and they're very angry at me because of it. But I just did good business, you know. The way they get revenge is to try and destroy my album. But I've always said, you know, good art never dies.
Now, you got issues with the industry. What's going down with the industry, dog?
The industry is full of a bunch of bending over the desk straight up like that. Whoever don't like it, bring it. Bring it. I don't give a bring it. They got this new breed of rapper that's paying DJs to play their shit.
Right.
And, you know what I'm saying? They the record label executive
and it's like there's too much of that going on. Right. You know what I'm saying? Let me be me, the artist that I am, and just play my motherfucking music. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Now they want you all up under this, you know, sitting at going to dinner with them and shit like that, and you know, all that favor for a favor shit. I don't get down like that. Look, I give you the music, you give my money. That's it.
I noticed something with these three people that talked about the exposing. They're no longer here. Michael Jackson, DMX, Aaron Carter. The list goes on and on and on. People that talk like this, if they don't get you and you're no longer here, then they make you out to be crazy, right? So that's why everyone just falls in line. It's terrible, but I mean, I don't want to say you can't blame them, but that's what it is. If you don't fall in line, like at the Diddy parties, if you don't do what you got to do, you're not allowed here. You're not allowed. You're not allowed to be on camera, stand next to me, get the money or the fame, not even the money, right? It's a cold game, y'all. It's not even worth it, right?
Spent $13 billion in Los Angeles alone last year to combat homelessness. You want to know where that money went? That money went to these trash nonprofits who have a bunch of executives making $500,000 a year. You're working for a nonprofit dealing with homelessness. That's my money. That's my parents' money. Okay? That is the hardworking people of California paying incredibly high taxes that go to what? So yeah, I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. And honestly, just experiencing what I've seen on the ground in California has made me question a lot about left-wing ideology.
I've been in rooms at the top of the top, which albums are prayed over demonically. Music is prayed over demonically. That goes out to the world, goes out to the radio stations, goes out to the public. And when you see that stuff and know that stuff, it's frightening.
What do you mean by that, Shane? Prayed over demonically?
So, rituals, ceremonies, everything to bring to give light to the devil, to Satan. It's a satanic music industry. That's majority of what it is.
Do you mean figuratively, or do you mean literally you've been in...
Literally, yes. If you look at what the music is today, the industry is today, for all your Sam Smiths to your Dojo Cats to your Beyoncés they are so demonic, it's unbelievable. And we can't, it's in front of us. It's something that we kind of go, oh, it's just music. But it really isn't. It's absolutely taken over the world, taken over our children, and taken over everything that's coming to the times of world crisis.
Good to be with you this evening. Sean, I want to thank you because you always have a way of convening and bringing folks together.
I think we all have emotion because we have a pandemic jumping on top of multiple epidemics already in our community. And somebody needed to step up and sound the alarm. And I just want to give thanks and praise to you, brother, to have the platform that you have and to have the heart that you have. It's unbelievable that you're going to be able to, I think, maybe save a bunch of lives tonight. I've got a chance to spend time with Diddy. The passion and the love that this brother has for our survival, for our success, for our thriving, and our growth is unmatched, and we're just getting started.
Did AJ take a dive? And who is this guy?
All right, family. There you have today's reaction. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys had a good time over here chilling in the man cave with me. I know I had a good time with y'all. Got some things coming up, y'all. Got some things. House got accepted, like I said, or we accepted the offer we got yesterday. Other house is looking good. We're about to do the appraisal. The next up is closing, right? So hope you guys are out there having a good day, y'all. Good week. I'm gonna see you guys tomorrow. This is Segovia. I'm signing out of the man cave. Later.